All rise for the King Harley race. One of the toughest to ever lace up a pair of boots. Wrestling fans, welcome back to my channel, the X2S Nice. Today we're going to do a fig review and box opening of the legendary Harley race. I'm super excited about this figure opening. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Harley Race. He has wrestled all the greats. He's wrestled Hulk Hogan, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, body slammed Andre in Japan. The list goes on and on. But today we're going to unbox and open one of only 6 Harley Race figures ever made. That's right. To be such a huge legend, he only has 6 wrestling figures ever made, and we're going to crack one of those guys open today. But before we get started, if you're new to my channel and you like professional wrestling, then hit that subscribe button. Harley Race's legendary career began in St. Louis, spanning over 4 decades from 1959 to 1990 of in-ring action, wrestling all over the world, winning championships along the way. Harley was most notable an 8-time NWA's World Champion and has been inducted into various Wrestling Hall of Fames. Throughout his career, Harley would go by Handsome Harley Race and the King Harley Race. The King was crowned in 1986. During his time in the WWE, Harley Race would beat Pedro Morales in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament to be crowned King of the WWE. The highlight of his WWE kingship was a win over the Junkyard Dog at WrestleMania 3. King Harley would have notable feuds with Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Hulk Hogan. King Harley would participate in the men's over-the-top battle royal at WrestleMania 4. Harley had to step away from the crown to deal with an injury, so Bobby the Brain Heenan, his manager during this run, anointed Haku as the temporary king. Upon his return from injury, Harley Race would challenge King Haku for the crown back, but would lose his match and thus ending the King Harley reign. Harley would then leave the WWE. King Harley Race, and as we said in the opening, only 6 figures is such a shame for the legendary performer that is Harley Race. And as time goes by, will his legend get stronger and stronger? One of the toughest to ever lace them up inside the squared circle. Let's check out some of his figures. In 1981, we get a figure from Japan, the Poppy Series 1 figure. Harley Race's first figure. Second figure, he is in the LJN line, 1987 Series 4 Harley Race, featured with the King Harley crown and half of a robe. Even though he never wore this type of apparatus, it's almost as if they didn't want to do a full robe, they went with the half robe. His third figure was, there's the back of the LJN, Classic Superstars by Jakks Pacific, released in 2005. This Series 7 King Harley came back to the toy line. What an awesome series that was. One of my favorite Jakks series of all time. And then we got a surprise out of nowhere, another Harley Race figure. This was his 2006 Series 10 Harley Race. Beautiful figure there. And then in 2018, we got WWE Mattel Elite Flashback Series 3 of King Harley Race. And we're going to check this figure out. I've looked at this figure up close. It looks to me to be the exact same figure, and the greatest hits is often a re-release. So sometimes there are slight changes in the figure, but I'm not so sure there is. I've really looked at it closely, and I don't see a big change at all. Once we crack open the greatest hits, I will then look at the figure, compare it to this picture here, this figure is really rare. That Series 3 flashback is a very rare series. Otherwise, I would buy it and we'd crack them both open together. But it's a little bit out of my price range right now. Hopefully one day I'll get that figure and we'll do a figure opening of that figure as well. Then we can compare them. But without further ado, we've went over the lineup. We've talked some King. It is time, folks, to grip and rip and set the beautiful King Harley free. But before we do, I missed one thing. We need to check out the packaging. The greatest hits featuring the blue packaging. You get King Harley on the side there with his crown on his head. The greatest hits Series 2. True FX details. You got the hologram there, sticker for authenticity. You got the awesome picture of Harley Race on the back from Kansas City, Missouri. 253 pounds, 6'1". His finisher, the diving headbutt. He is a WWE Hall of Fame inductee. Perhaps the toughest man to ever lace up a pair of boots. The King was crowned after winning the King of the Ring tournament in 1986. The Greatest Hits Series 2 also featured DDP, Seth Rollins, Shawn Michaels, Batista, The Undertaker, and Harley Race. Empowering the next generation through play, Mattel. And then on the bottom of the packaging, conforms to the safety requirements of the ASTM. Just an awesome figure. I can't wait to crack this open. It's time, folks. It's time to grip and rip and set King Harley free. This one was an in-store purchase, had a little bit of damage to the packaging. The other one I got on eBay, and I'm probably going to snatch up some more of these before the price of this figure skyrockets through the roof as well. You know, in the opening segment, we talked about only 6 figures for Harley. Man, we've got to get some more Harley Race figures. Somehow, some way, with the new change in the WWE that's going down, you know, they're going to be all about money, and this figure may not sell millions and millions of copies because the number of race fans is decreasing year by year, right? He's getting aged out, so to speak. But the guy is a true legend and in the same category as a Terry Funk, as Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Harley Race. You got to mention Harley when you mention those guys' name. All right, so we cracked him open there on my box opening channel, my Wrestling Fig channel. We crack them, folks. I want you to see how to get him out. And there he is, the beautiful King Harley in his plastic shell. Beautiful figure. You got the red background piece there that comes out if you want to use that for display. Man, I'm so excited about this figure. I can't wait to get him out of the plastic shell and put him on display. But let's get the box going. How awesome is that right there? Super jacked, super excited. Here we go, Harley. Let's see if there's any snips. Looks to be one on the foot. And I've extensively looked at these figures. I don't think there's a difference between this and the flashback figure at all. And we'll check it out in a second. I think it's the same cape, the same everything. And I know that Undertaker figure is almost identical as well. There it is. Honestly, I prefer the robe from the Jakks Classic Superstars King Harley over this robe. It doesn't look like the crown actually fits on his head too much. You're going to have to really push down to get the crown on. You're almost going to have to kind of balance the crown on his head. So that's disappointing. He also comes with an extra set of hands. The crown on the Classic Superstar fit really well. Now this one looks cooler. And it has some plastic in it to help. Let's see if that helps get it on his head anyway. A little bit. There we go. Okay. So the plastic was keeping it from snugging up on his head. So that's a relief. So the crown fits really well there. Okay. And there's the robe. It's a little. So now, let's get this cape off of him. The robe, the crown looks good. The robe looks good. So there you got his famous tattoos. It looks like we've got a piece of plastic there somehow. Not sure what that's for, but let's get rid of that. So we'd almost have to open up that flashback and do a side-by-side to definitively say. But honestly, I would guess this is the exact same figure. And this is the figure that I bought out of the store, but it has a little bit of wear, possibly from the cape wearing onto the side there. Not sure. Has a mark. But he's got his signature tattoos on his forearms. Bicep, those forearm tattoos. Awesome figure of Harley Race. We've got to get another Harley. Man, we've got to get another Harley. How sweet would it be? I do have the NWA belt from the TNA toy line that will go really nice with this figure. And you've got the purple. But again, King Harley was only from 86 to 89, and Harley Race wrestled for over 41 years, folks. So it was just a brief time in the history of Harley Race that we got to see this guy in the purple. So the fact that he had an LJN, a classic superstar, and now 2 Mattel series. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 figures he's now featured in the King persona. And I get it. WWE's making these figures. However, we've got to get another Harley Race that's not in the King Harley get-up. You know, we just got to. But there it is, the awesome accessories, and it does look like a piece of plastic there. I mean, this thing looks exactly like, and the date on this is 2016 on the robe, and the Elite Flashback was released in 2018. Let's see what the foot stamp says. It's got a 2011 foot stamp, but some of these foot stamps, you know, they're using the foot part from years ago. So I'm almost certain this is the exact same figure that's featured in the Mattel Elite Flashback. Let's see if we can do a zoom here. I mean, it's the exact same face scan. I've looked at the details of the robe. It's almost the exact same figure. One day, maybe we crack it and really hold them up and compare them. But for now, I'm going to go with it's the exact same figure. And we need another Harley Race figure. Now, this head scan is sweet, though. You get the sideburns, and you can see, let me shift it right here. You can see the sideburns have a 3D effect. They're raised sideburns there. They're not just painted on. They actually have a bit of 3D contour to it, if you can see it there as well. So, love the head scan on this Harley Race is absolutely phenomenal. You got that serious, I'm going to bite your head off look. I'm going to kick your butt. King Harley Race, one of the greatest to ever lace up the boots and step in the squared circle. What an awesome figure. If you like professional wrestling, folks, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Go to our channel, check out some other wrestling videos that we've got. Make sure you check out our We Want Cody series that's being uploaded right now, going on. Awesome series that is. But King Harley Race, the King has spoken. I hope you folks have a wonderful day, a blessed day. Make it a twice as nice day. Give this video a big thumbs up for Harley Race, one of the greatest of all time.